It's going. Look at that. Okay, so maybe we should just fix up the rest of these that aren't here. So, well, maybe not. Questions? What do you want to go over? Yeah, awesome.
Can we go over the percentiles?
Percentile.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first, second.
So, how to find percentile. So, really quickly with percentile. So let's get a list going on here. Let's just take the first row of the free response 2 with the hallux abductovalgus. And let's get that list going on here. We got 28. We have 32, 25, 25, 34, 38, 26. Why do I feel like I did this wrong?
It's 38.
34, 38, and 26, right? 25, 18, 30, 25, 18, 30, 26, 28, 13, and 20. Okay, so let's get this list and let's put them in order. So this is unordered. This is ordered. So, what's the smallest one here? 13, 18. What's next after 18? 20. And then 25. 2 25s.
13,
Mm-hmm.
26 is 28, 30, 32.
And 32.
34,
34. Sorry, I'm sorry. Well, what happens? What's after 30?
32, 34, and 38.
All right, so this is in ordered now, right? And if you want to figure out the percentile, okay, so the percentile is you're going to take how many, the number that's equal to the number that is less than or equal to divided by total. Okay, so how many of the measurements are less than or equal to 13? Just one, right? One. How many numbers are on the list? Austin, do you have that?
Oh, 13.
There are 13 numbers. So 1 out of 13. So that's the 0.079. So 7th percentile, 8th percentile. How many numbers are less than or equal to 18? 2, right? There's 18 and there's 13. So that percentile rank for 18 is 0.05. How many of the toe angles are less than or equal to 20? 3. 3 divided by 13, that gives me the 23rd percentile. How many of, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. How many of the toe angles are less than or equal to 25? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're looking at 5 out of 23, 5 out of 13. That's a 38th percentile. And guess what, this 25 over here? Same percentile rank. How many of the toe angles are less than or equal to 26? 7, right? 7 out of 13. And guess what? This one's 7 out of 13 too. How many toe angles are less than or equal to 28? 9. This is still 9. How many toe angles are less than or equal to 30? 10. So 10 out of 13. How many toe angles are less than 32? 11, right? How many toe angles are less than or equal to 34? Yeah, almost all of them. And how many toe angles are less than or equal to 38? Well, that's all of them. 1. So that's how you get a percentile rank. Okay. Questions on that? Yeah.
For rounding, do you want it to the nearest 10,000?
Yeah, well, since this is a percentage, or I mean a proportion, you want 4 decimal places.
Okay.
Any other questions on percentile? Austin, did that answer your question a little bit?
Yeah, that. And then if you go to
The quartile.
the Q1.
Q1, yeah, Q1. Yeah, that's a pretty basic one. Quartile 1. That's equal to the 25th percentile. The median. That's equal to the 50th percentile. And then quartile 3. That's equal to the 75th percentile. So it's a little bit weird when you see it here. Okay. So when you're doing this, you're basically looking for the first one that goes over the percentile rank. Okay. So if I want the 25th percentile, or the first quarter score here would be 25th. The median score here would be 53. This one would be the, this one would be Q1. And then Q3 should be this one right here. Which means and any questions on that? Not exactly. Well, let's see. The other way of figuring out that is to go, okay, so we have 13, right? So the median is going, so if I take 13 and divide by 2, that would be 6.5. So really the seventh greatest number would be the median. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The seventh greatest measurement, which would be this 7, would be the median. So now we take a look at the lower half here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So really here, the median should be in between, I'm sorry, not the median. Q1 should be in between 20 and 25. Somewhere in between there should be Q1. So usually what we would do is we would average those two. So the average of 20 and 25 would be 22.5. And down over here for Q3, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take the middle, the two that happen to be in the middle, we're going to average them. So what's the average of 32? It's 31. That would be my Q3 score. We're going to get much more detailed with Q3 scores next chapter. Okay. Yeah.
So for the test, do you want us to just go by the number that's directly for Q3, the number that's over 75, or do you want us?
You should do the averaging thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find the measurement of that's in the middle. If two measurements are in the middle, then you average them. Okay? Yeah.
When would you use like the p-axis less than?
It's whenever you're trying to describe mathematically a proportion. That's all. So here, proportion of x's that are less than, I don't remember, was there a, I think there was a 25 degree, right? So how many of these are less than 25? 1, 2, it looks like there's only 3, right? So that would be 3 toes out of the 13 that we measured. So that would be that proportion. You can leave 3 out of 13. You can write 0.2308. Either one's fine if you're writing it. Okay. Anything else you want to go over with these? Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't quite sure on if the 80th percentile is 40. How do you know if it's 30 is 40 or 40?
Well, give me a number that would be the 80th percentile. So the 80th percentile, again, you said that was going to be the 40th measurement lined up from the bottom. So 13, this is the lowest 13 right here, right? This is the next lowest 8. So in other words, the lowest 21 measurements are all less than 20. Then this is the next 15. So then the lowest, is that 36 now? The lowest 36 closing prices are less than 30. We're not at the 40th, right? So the next one, we add 7 to that, and that's 43. So the lowest 43 are less than 40. We want to find the lowest, we want to find where 40 is, right? So 40 is somewhere between that 43, which would be here, and the 36, which is here. So that 40th one should be somewhere, one of these 7 scores. We don't know which of the 7 scores, but it's one of these 7 scores. The safest thing for us to say is the 80th percentile, which would be the same thing as saying the 40th score, is somewhere between 30 and 40. Okay? $30 and $40 closing price, somewhere between there. Okay. Anything else, or what's next? 9, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're looking for school acceptance rates that are less than 20%. So here are the acceptance rates, right? Well, if this right here is 20% acceptance rate, then these two bars down here represent all the schools that had less than a 20% acceptance rate. How many schools is that? Well, there's one school here, 3 schools here, so that's 4. 4 out of the 25, is it 25 schools?
Yeah.
4 out of those 25 schools, so 4 out of 25. Yeah, you can just divide it if you like. 4 out of 25. How come it won't let me type right here? I want to type right here. Oh well. 4 out of 25. So that's 16%. Is that okay? Anything else you want to go over?
On free response 2,
Mhm.
for part C, the validation.
Okay. So I think we should just go ahead and just do all of question 2 then, okay? Unfortunately, since I can't grab my calculator, you're going to have to do all of those for me, okay? So this is free response 2. So free response 2, we have, well, so we should make a stem plot of the observation. I'll go ahead and just duplicate that stem plot, and that's fine, I don't mind. Let's take a look at that. We have split stems. Six, 7, 8, 8. 2, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Do you want us to label the place of the stem?
Absolutely. I'll get to that 1 second. Second 2, we got 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 8, 8, 8. Next one we have is 3. That's 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4. Everyone's okay getting these stems, right? Stems and leaves, yeah.
If it wasn't split stem, would it be correct?
No. 3, 8, 8. 4, nothing. 4, nothing. 5, 0. Let's turn these all into Courier so they crystallize a little bit. Where's Courier? There it is, Courier New. Okay, so that's better. Courier New is nice. The font Courier New is nice because all of the letters have the same width. So it looks much more like a histogram than other fonts. Okay, now we're supposed to go ahead and make our tables, right? Oh, so here the stem, notice that last one is 50. So what does that stand for? That stands for 50 degrees. What place value would that 0 be? That place value would be the ones place. So the ones place. I'm sorry, leaf. You're right.
The stem is in the 10.
The leaf is a ones place, which automatically means that the stems were going to be the tens place.
with the stems, would you be wrong if you did one stem of one but two stems of two, or does it all have to be two?
It all has to be consistent. That's kind of a good rule all throughout stats. You have to be consistent about what you're doing. Okay, should we get to the yeah, sorry.
How do you know like which numbers to split by it? Like it's one and right, the first row is 1, 3, 4, and the second row is 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so the lower stem gets 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 as leaves. The upper stem gets 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Can we do this for all stem plots?
No, only stem plots where it doesn't look like you have enough stems. Like if you were doing this without that, you would have, I don't know, 5 stems. Actually, why don't we just make that stem plot? Why not? So what are the leaves for 1? 3, 4, 6, 6, 7, 8, 8. What are the leaves for 2? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 8, 8, 8. What's the next one for 3? 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 2, 2, 4, 8, 8, 4, 5, 5, 0. Okay. Not that there's anything wrong, particularly with this stem plot. It's just that, you kind of lose a little bit of detail. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, other than, probably too many leaves for every stem. So when you run across this problem, then, you want to split the stems. By the way, how many toes was this? 38? 38. So 38 divided by 5 is 7. An average of 7 toes for every category. Whereas here, if we have 38, we divide it by 2, 4, 6, 8. 38 divided by 8 is what? I don't know. 4.5 toes for every category. And that's probably a better average. You want that to be about 5. Does everyone know what I'm doing? Yeah.
So why don't you have 2 5s?
I could have another 5. You're right. But there's no more data. That's not going to add anything, right?
Where does stem 10 come from?
Stem 10? Oh, that's the place value for the stems. So this is one. So for example, like 1 and then 6. That's going to be equal to 1 times 10 plus 6 times 1. That's how those place values work. Typically, you only really need to tell somebody what the leaf value is, because once you have the decimal place for the leaf, then the decimal place for the stem, or the place value for the stem, will just be one place value over from that. Yeah.
If we have more complicated numbers, like let's say 1,512, and then we want to split it up, do we disregard the 2 at the end?
You would jump, depending on the spread of the numbers that you get, you would round that to a place value, which gives you enough detail in your stem plot. So it's, if just on the way you're saying it, it sounds like you'd want to round everything to the hundreds place, and the stem would be the hundreds place, or the leaf would be the hundreds place, and the stem would be the thousands place. But again, that really depends. It's possible to be the other way around, or it's possible for your leaves to be the tens place and your stem to be the hundreds place.
But we just round it.
You would round it to the leaf value.